We're here with Coach Turner at Anderson Arena after the Falcons defeated Michigan State to open the season. Coach, you guys scored a 194.775, your best score in an opening meet since 2001. Can you just talk about some overall impressions? And obviously, I'm sure there's a lot to be excited about.
Yeah, we're really pleased with the overall performance today of the team, and I think that they were really prepared. We've been talking about that all along, really making sure we're the most prepared team on the floor on meet day, and it really showed that we put the work in the fall and they were ready. But I think also they, as a team, have really gelled this year, and that's made a huge difference in their ability to just believe in each other and make sure they're ready to get up there and compete and hit those routines under pressure.
And then obviously you guys, MAC play is probably more important than just a meet like this, but to beat Michigan State, the first time you guys beaten a Big Ten opponent since 2004, only the second time you've beaten Michigan State, first time since 1984. Can you just talk about beating a team like Michigan State where, someone sees that, they're going to say, wow, Bowling Green was, better than Michigan State, how important that is for you guys?
Absolutely. Michigan State's a great program. They have a long history of doing well, and we knew we were going to have to really be on our game for this first meet, and we really, our plan was to go in and not really worry about the opponent, make sure we're worrying about us, because in gymnastics, of course, your opponent doesn't affect your score, but it really shows that the hard work we put in has made a difference, and what a great start to a really special season. I think it's just going to be a really great year for the Falcons.
And your team on uneven bars scored a 48.675, your second best score throughout the four routines. You guys, on your last inter-squad less than a week ago, struggled a little bit on bars, but really strong today. Can you talk about how important it is to see that development from your team only in a week span of your last inter-squad?
Yeah, the team really wasn't satisfied with how they did in our inter-squad, and Coach Jason, my assistant coach who works with them, worked really hard this week on making sure that their confidence was ready, because we knew they could hit those routines individually, but as a lineup they needed to come together, and he ran them through that lineup over and over and over until they were certain that they could come out here and get that together. And I just think being able to hit vault and hit bars really gave us the momentum to go to beam, which is always a difficult event to compete and do the job there, and then really put the exclamation point on the meet on floor exercise.
And speaking about bars, Caroline Ellingbo scored a 9.8, which tied her career best on bars, and then scored a 9.775 on beam, which set her career high. Can you just talk about how great she did in her only two events to tie a career high and to surpass the career high, how special that is?
Yeah, Caroline was out last season with an injury, excuse me, and she's worked so hard. She worked last year to make sure she just stayed in shape and did everything she could while she rested a wrist injury, and then she's just come back on fire this year. And I think the maturity of just having a few years of college gymnastics behind her at this point, she knows how to handle the pressure, and she's a very steady gymnast in training. So I think she used that experience in training to bring it to the competition, and I'm really proud of the job she did today.
And moving forward, a week from today, you'll be in Knoxville, Tennessee for the Ozone Collegiate Classic to compete against three other schools. What do you have to do to move forward to be ready for that meet?
Yeah, I think there were a lot of things today that we could have done better. We had some wobbles on beam. We didn't stick all of our dismounts. The floor performance, we can continue to try to increase the performance value and stick the landings a little bit better. So we'll be focusing on details, and obviously hitting at home is great, but being able to do it on the road is a different story. We'll be starting that competition on floor exercise, so the athletes are going to need to be able to handle that adrenaline and put together a nice performance to get started. So obviously there's going to be just some differences in environment, so we'll be trying to challenge them in terms of pressure sets and trying to make the environment in the practice gym a little bit different, so that when they walk into that Knoxville meet, they're ready to go.
Great, thank you, Coach.
Thanks.